I'm really sorry to insult you, but your iPhone is starting to look a little bit small, at least in comparison to these. This is the iPhone 6 with a 4.7-inch display, and this is the iPhone 6 Plus with a 5.5-inch display. Yes, these have got bigger screens, but there's lots more in them.
You get more than 2 days of intensive usage. So yeah, in case you haven't seen that review, here's the link. And now the final difference between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus, well, yeah, is the price. So both the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, they both come in 16, 64, and 128 gigabyte capacities, but the iPhone 6 Plus is $100 or 80 pounds more expensive than the iPhone 6. This means that with the price of a 64 gigabyte iPhone 6, you can only get a 16 gigabyte iPhone 6 Plus. And just a quick note, the iPhone 6 Plus is actually the most expensive smartphone in the world as of today. That's obviously if we exclude Virtu or Golden phones or anything like that. So yeah, the iPhone 6 Plus is the most expensive, popular flagship phone as of today. So there you go, these are the 8 main differences between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. But in the end, which one should you get? Because now I think you are all really confused. Well, the answer is simple. Just ignore the optical image stabilization, ignore the contrast, even ignore the resolution of the display. Just
so much stuff on there. It's insane. So what we can do now is actually swipe across. There we go, see flag, trash, or more. You can have flag emails, which is very cool. So it's a very quick little tap, flag that email. I don't like that email anymore. Please don't send me those emails from that person. Blah, blah, blah. And it's a pretty good little feature. I like it. So what you can do is tap the home button twice, like that, and you can jump into this view. So now you got all your contacts up there. So this is all recent contacts. Contacts I've either text or phone called. So you can either, you can tap on
Lucy, which is my sister, and you can literally call her mobile or can text her. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool little feature. Definitely a core addition, makes the process a little bit quicker. Also, some of you might have noticed this health app. Am I pointing it? Now I'm pointing at it. You can click on that. There's like a health app which will now actually be able to enable you to actually link other health apps into the iPhone. You can sort of have like a whole hub of health stuff. So you can track your fitness, how much you're moving, your weight and stuff, and that's definitely a cool little feature. It feels like Apple are going more towards the health aspect with the iWatch and also this iPhone, and I like that. I want to start getting a little bit more healthier, and if it's with me all the time, that's very useful. What you can see now is the camera. You can see me in the camera. That's weird, isn't it? You can see me twice. But yeah, so you got the camera. The camera is very impressive. It looks absolutely amazing. It's still only 8 megapixels, which is slightly disappointing. I would like to see perhaps 10 or 12. So it's very much behind the Android. I mean, the lenses in this phone are a lot better, and the quality is so much more crisp, and it looks so much more sharper. Also, you got 240 frames per second. No, is it 240 frames per second filming at 720p? So you can have loads of slow-mo and stuff. You've got 60 frames a second, full HD, I think. I'm not sure on that. So let's talk a little bit more about this phone. So this phone has 20% more power than the 5S. So for me, it's just a massive difference because I used to have the iPhone 4. So oh my god, it's so much quicker. It's also got 50% more GPU, so it's got more graphics power to play like your games on and stuff, which is also pretty awesome. But yeah, it just feels more of like a step forward. So if you want a bigger screen, this upgrade will be perfect for you, but I think otherwise stick with the 5S or even the 5. It's not
USB cable that we have here next inside of the box, so you can plug one end into your phone, one end into the power brick, and then plug it into the wall to charge up the device. And finally, we have Apple's EarPods, which come along with pretty much every newer iOS device that you can purchase at the moment. Powering up the device for the first time, we get a look at the 4.7-inch display with a resolution of 750 by 1334, and on the backside we have our 8 megapixel camera, our True Tone LED flash. We also have a small microphone, the lock button, and the SIM card tray, and on the other side we have our mute switch and volume buttons. Now moving around to the bottom side, we have the speaker grill, the microphone, the lightning port, and our 3.5mm headphone jack. Now one thing that kind of bothers me about the iPhone 6 is the protruding camera. Don't get me wrong, the build quality is excellent here, but I wasn't a fan of the camera sticking out on the 5th generation iPod Touch, and having it on an iPhone is not going to change my mind. I'm still growing on the design of the iPhone iPhone 6 with those antenna bands on the back, but overall it's made out of great materials, and we do have cool features like reachability, which will allow you to double tap on the home button to reach icons at the top without awkwardly stretching your finger or using your other hand. So overall, I'm kind of letting the design grow on me. I was a big fan of the design with the iPhone 5 and 5S, and obviously the iPhone 6 is very different, but I want to know what you think about the iPhone 6 design, and leave